guys.
Hello, everybody. Andy.
Jennifer Smith. We're the Smiths. Hope you're having a wonderful evening.
Me too. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. We hope that you are.
So, hey, in the title we said something about extramarital dating, and I'm like, what is that all about? So he's going to tell you, not me.
Okay. Did you ever hear that marriage advice to continue dating after you get married? Yeah, great advice, right? The first time I heard that, I thought, what? What are you talking about? How is that going to help your relationship to continue dating after you get married? I mean, I thought we were dating so we could find the one we wanted to get married. That seems like the quickest way to ruin a marriage. Continue dating after you get married? And then it hit me. They weren't talking about extramarital dating. They were talking about husband and wife dating.
After you're married.
Silly me. That makes a lot more sense. After you get married, continue to date, not as singles, but as a married couple. Go out as husband and wife, do things together. Continue dating. That's great advice. That works. But it's not always that easy, is it? It seems like even if you're, no matter what stage of life you're in, newlywed, raising children, where we are, trying to be empty nesters, not quite, we're almost there. They keep showing up.
Coming back.
But when you're first starting out and you're so busy probably with school and jobs and more than one job and all this stuff going on, it's hard to fit in. When are you going to go on a date? And when you're raising children, holy cow, that's there's a lot going on. You've got kids and they're going to school and you got all their activities and all kinds of everything everywhere. Yeah. And I think that once you get all the children raised and out of the house, you might have some time to start your dating. But we still have kids, and now we have grandkids, and they have activities, and so it's the same. There's always a lot, right? And so when do you go date as a husband and wife? And if you're spontaneous, which we're not so much, if you're good at being spontaneous, maybe you've got an advantage. You can just drop everything at the spur moment, go do something, have a great time, and come back, and you've just strengthened your relationship. We actually tried that once because it was so hard to fit in. When are we actually going to plan something? Let's just, when the day comes, let's just go, and we'll just get in the car and drive, and we'll go do something. And we drove around, and we couldn't pick a restaurant, we couldn't pick an activity, we didn't know, and it didn't work. And so we're not very spontaneous, and so we try to plan, but things get so busy that we always end up coming to the day, and we've tried to set aside once a week we're going to go and do something for a few hours, at least a few hours. If not, we can't we'd like to have a half a day, noon till the day is over. But we don't always get it planned, and then we end up being frustrated and disappointed, and it just doesn't work. And so if you're one of those spontaneous people and things come together for you and they work, share with us.
Give us some ideas.
Give us some secrets, because that's not one of our strong areas.
What do you do to have fun that's not planned, spontaneous, yeah.
But if you're one of those that are planners and you're really good at planning, share with us also. What do you plan for your dates that really bring you together and you have a good time? But that seems to be our struggle, is that we fail to get the plan in place, and then we end up disappointed.
You plan to fail, right?
There you go.
Plan, fail.
So there's a struggle that we've had in our relationship, trying to take advantage of this husband and wife thing. We're not spontaneous, and we're so busy that we don't plan it, and we think that we can just pull it off at the last minute, and we don't do so well. Anyway, there's our problem, and Jennifer's got some solutions if you can relate to that. Something that we've been trying to implement that is helping us get better at that.
Okay, so I have an idea. If you haven't checked out Dating Divas, awesome place for ideas, right? So I printed out, check this out, date night planner. So We had something planned, for a few weeks, but if you look at today's plan, it's blank.
Oops.
It's blank. But we did go to dinner and met one of my dear friends from high school, Monica Jo Baker, and her husband. They were there for an anniversary dinner, and I just saw...
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, happy anniversary! And I had just seen their picture on Facebook that, hey, a selfie, we're out to dinner. And then they're walking out of the restaurant. I'm like, hey, hi guys, it was really fun. So, and they had things planned because she didn't get to talk very long. She's like, oh, we have other things to do, right? So, grab a planner, sheet of paper. Go get this from Dating Divas and plan a couple of weeks ahead, maybe some ideas, and that has been helping us. But that's a really great idea. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about as far as planning is this idea of chaos in our lives. And so that's how it feels, like he described, whether you're newly married, or you have kids running around, or you're empty nesters, life is just full of chaos. So if we don't plan, if we don't organize in some way, we're just kind of drifting, and our relationships are going to be a little bit weaker, and those New Year's resolutions are going to kind of go by the wayside. And so I wanted to invite you to actually watch another video besides watching us tonight, right? So a couple weeks ago, we met Richard Paul Evans, if any of you know who he is, best-selling author of The Christmas Box.
And a dozen other things now.
And yeah, well, more than that, yeah. So he's done very well. But he had this organizing system come to him in a dream one time and started using this idea and was getting all these amazing things done. And people said, you seem so much happier. What are you doing? And as he shared with them a little bit, they're like, whoa, you need to teach this to other people. This is incredible. And what really impressed me as us being relationship marriage coaches was that his system, this idea of 5 kingdoms in our lives, if we get those things out of order, it's going to cause pain, and especially in your relationships, because that is what life is all about, is connecting and relationships, having healthy relationships. And so one thing I wanted to share is this idea of, you may have heard, whether you're religious or not, that God or your source should be at the center of your life. If you can keep your source of inspiration, revelation at the center of your life, that's key number 1 to creating more order in your life, greater happiness, greater peace, and better relationships. So you might say, oh, but I should put my spouse at the center of my life, shouldn't I? Like, he's my God, or I'm his goddess. No. That's out of order.
a nice analogy, but yeah, it's a little bit out of order.
Out of order. We've got to be as connected as we can to our source, or to God.
I can't be the best that I was meant to be for her if I'm putting her first. If I put my higher source, my higher power, my God first, then he will help me be all that I need to be for her.
So that's key number 1. So there's another tip for you. Besides your dating planner, right? Actually planning ahead, unless you're spontaneous and wonderful at that and go do fun stuff that we're trying to figure out. Then also just remember to put God or your source at the center of your life, and that will help with some of the chaos in your relationships. And just real quick, how many of us put our children at the center? Oh my gosh.
Hard
and
not to.
And now you're like neglecting your spouse besides. So now you don't have God at the center or your source, and you don't have your spouse, like, the kids are right there. Or, this is a kicker, how many put their jobs, their career, their business at the center of their lives? Okay, that totally messes things up.
Wait, and speaking of relationships, you probably weren't done, sorry.
No, go ahead.
If you want to set a powerful example for your children, you show them that your higher power, your God, is at the center of your life. When they see that, that empowers them. There's nothing greater than strengthening that home relationship than setting that example.
Okay, so I'm inviting you, go watch this other video, okay? So if you want to magnify your life, and if you want to take some of that chaos and create more order, because we all feel that chaos, right? And if you want to create healthier connections in your life, this is life-changing, this idea of these 5 kingdoms. And so go to the link in this video and scroll down a little bit on the page, and there's a 3-minute video. It will give you an introduction to this amazing idea that Richard Paul Evans had that came to him in a dream. Now he wants to share it with others and help heal relationships like ours and yours, and whoever can understand these principles. It will reduce the pain in your life. It will create healthier relationships, take a lot of the chaos out of your life. So check it out, and contact me if you want more information, because that little 3-minute video is just a snippet of the good stuff that he is sharing. So
yeah, we want to invite you to magnify your life. Don't find yourself like in that scene from the Jungle Book with the vultures sitting around and they're all sitting there. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do?
Oh, no.
I'll do whatever you want to do. What do you want to do?
I don't know. So anyway.
Get rid of that. A little planning is worth a lot. And so this is a great way to magnify your relationships. Check it out.
Okay. Awesome. You guys have a great night. We'll catch you later. And just
Bye.
contact me if you want more info. See ya.